Hi, hello, and welcome. Today, today's gonna be, uh, today's gonna be simple. The reason it's called, the reason the stream is called Overtime Stream is because I am currently working overtime for my day job. So, I thought I might as well drag you guys along with me. Uh, what am I doing right now? What I am trying to do is I am using the StormCAD to figure out the flow, the velocity, and the depth of water through through a storm pipe at different segments. And I don't know why my model doesn't work anymore. I feel like it's because I'm wearing a hoodie and it can't even see things now. Because I always have my glasses on. No. I don't know what it is. I think it's the hoodie. I don't think my model likes the hoodie. For some reason. Uh, there we go. Yeah, I don't think my model likes the hoodie. Anyway. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to clear some errors in StormCAD because a lot of pipes are backward. Links have adverse slopes. I just need to go to every one of these links and show me properties. And I need to reverse the slope on every link. Which is something that all of this is busy work that's not super entertaining. But it is important because this is for a whole plan set that is due tomorrow because the engineer that is stamping the designs is reviewing it tomorrow. And this became a rust job at work. I don't remember why. I don't remember, but I just don't even know why it was a rust job to begin with. But for some reason, a bunch of changes to this storm sewer needed to be made. It's something about they had a road design, and then they decided to go back to how the road was originally built. But we needed to change all of these pipes up anyway. There's a ton of utilities that are getting put in because basically it's a piece of land that is having a new road built. But some is having some of the road built, not all of it. And none of the land is developed. And it's kind of prepping the road and the utilities for the land to be developed. Some buildings are already getting ready to go down. That are part of the but some of the land is just gonna remain open for a little bit, waiting on other people to purchase and develop it. And so they changed the road design, as you originally had a four-way stop that we back into a roundabout. So all of the utilities need to be adjusted to that, and some of the road design that continued off they wrapped out. And yeah, and so I actually worked on the lace hole of last week, and I had to figure out how much water was going to be anticipated, some flow calculations for it, and I thought I was done with the project. The man either me, they were like, all right, finished all today and we need your help, emergency. I'm like, great, how bad could it be? And so I got told, okay, we have the storm design done. We just need you to put in the Q values of flow, cubic per second is Q. And that was supposed to just kind of be it. And instead, I got into the model Walkman. It was not ready for only few values change. So basically what you do is you take your CAD drawing, has pipes cut, and what you have to do is export your pipe network to a LAM XML. And then you import that XML into StormCAD. And once you're in StormCAD, you have to make a lot of changes to things. You have to turn everything where water's up in, like great inlets, or the curb inlets that you see on the side of the road. All of that needs to be reclassified as a catch basin in the program so that you can input your few values. And then you have to go to each of the bends, so any 45-degree bend, 90-degree bend, 90-degree bend, or 11 1/4. You have to add some friction loss. You have to add a friction loss coefficient to all the bends. Depending on your pipe, have a Manning's loss, and so you have to enter the Manning's number for all the pipe, and add all of your Q values, and select an outfall at wherever the pipe's gonna end, wherever you're dumping into the pond or into a creek, into a open storm channel, and you convert those to outfalls, and because we're tying into existing ponds, you have to add a user-defined tailwater, which is saying that this is the height of the water in the pond. Full per 100-year storm. And a 100-year storm doesn't mean a storm that is guaranteed out every 100 years. It means that that storm has a 1% chance of occurring in a year. And when you design utilities, storm and wastewater, you design and water wet utilities. What does it call? You design wet utilities for worst case. So for water, you design water. Well, there's a fire. If all of the hydrants have to pull their maximum amount of fire flow, and building sprinklers are running, I don't know. Here's how many gallons per minute need to be applied. Consistent, yeah. And for wastewater and stormwater, you have to design the worst case scenario. If if all of the wastewater or stormwater is getting dumped into the system once, and the main, pipe that it's connecting to out in the street, or the pond that it dumps into, is full, are you going to be, backing up severely and the stuff flowing out of the inlets? And that's the extreme scenario that you have to design for. And in my case, I have to do it twice because the city that this development is taking place in requires you to show the 100-year storm event and the 25-year storm event on your current files, in your stormline profiles. And that requirement varies per city. You're pretty much always going to show the 100-year age, but they're not. You show the 25-year. And I have to basically run this, make sure that the storm water isn't just flowing above the grates, kind of in its most extreme condition. And then I have to display the calculation on the profile sheet, as well as the 100-year and 20-year hydraulic grade, or HDL, and the hydraulic grade line in the line that shows the elevation of the water relative to the amount of flow it has and uh, it's measuring the amount of head, but not the amount of energy, but just heat. It's called pressure head. I don't entirely remember. But I should because I was tested on this not that long ago. But basically, you don't want that line going over the top of your furthest out inlet. Whatever's the thing that's the furthest away. But for the system, it should not be going over the top of that. And your system will be fine. And if it is going over the top of that, you have to... Ooh, spray rabbit. If it is going over the top, then you have to increase your pipe size, or increase your slope, or increase the tension capability of your pond. There's a couple of ways to do it. You can add more barrels to the pipe instead of making it bigger, because sometimes you might have room to make it taller, but you could make it wider. You can change them from pipe to box culvert, where they have a wide base and not as tall of a pipe. Yeah, there's a couple options. The other way you could do it is by the amount of water gets input into the pipe. You can also end the amount of RVS cover that the site has. I don't understand. Impervious cover is anything that water can't soak through. So you have the ground, and water soaks into natural ground. But there's things like concrete that water can't soak. And there are rules as to how much concrete we're allowed to have. Layer on this piano. This should not display as impure anymore. Oh, it went away. Interesting. So what is this slope? This is going from C19. What is this? This is C794. This is hello chatter. It's not an entertaining stream. Yes, that pipe is backwards. Unfortunately, some people enter and when they narrate their pipe network, they narrate pipe network backwards, and the pipes need to be looked around, and that has to be done manually. It's a bit of a process to make sure that they're all correct, and because this is a very big pipe network with a lot of inlets, and this isn't even the whole network. This is just the ones that are being challenged. And there's I only have like 6. You know, the main rods have to be challenged. Am I still doing this right? Yeah, they should be flipped. Okay. I feel like I had some duplicate flips. This is a lot. How are all of these backwards? It's supposed to go from... Yeah, okay. I think now that I flipped some the right way, the other one, yeah. Also, count themselves as playing the one, which is goofy. Now what is this? This is C24. This is C8. And this should be going from C8 to C. Okay. I'm just kind of spot checking whether or not this stuff is actually pointed in the right direction. Well, and once I settle on these, I'll move quicker. This is just an annoying part of the process. But I'm getting paid for it, so it is what it is. It is what it is. I would like to give a little appreciation shout out. Of past, my first 10 subscribers that are, people that I don't know are, like directly message to say, hey, I have the channel now. You know how, I don't know if you guys had ever started channels before, but the first thing you do is, text your friend. You're like, hey, I got a new channel. And, those are always your first subscribers. And, now I have like 10 subscribers that are people that I don't know IRL, which is really, really cool. That's I'm about to organically pass that milestone, I think. I have a history, lively YouTube history. Contrary to a popular belief, it's not my first rodeo. I've actually had a couple of YouTube channels before. This is my third, I would say this is my third series at YouTube. I would say I've had 2 or 3 unserious attempts and 3 serious attempts. This isn't even my first VTuber attempt either. No, I know this is gonna sound goofy, but I had the idea on VTuber before it was cool. And I, like, the thing that I regret in life is that I didn't start way back when I originally had the idea. I remember it. It was back in 2018. And I remember thinking, like, people like watching, people play video games, right? And people like, anime girls, right? So why wouldn't people like to watch anime girls play video games? And so I'm trying to figure out a whole system to do that. And back then it was a lot more complicated. You didn't have near the amount of race cars that felt free, motion tracking software. So this is what I did. I did a couple of things. First, I tried to make a said model blender, and I really only got as far as the fake. And then I put a bunch of dots on my actual face. And I found a guy who figured out a script. See, that's the other way around. That should be facing this way. There we go. And so I found a guy that made a script which figured out I'm gonna run the model. Some of these adverse slopes should clear. Did I clear them all? I might have skipped them all. Yeah, partial success has been achieved today. I have cleared the model of all of its adverse slopes, which is the big step forward. Okay, other things that we have inner-wise, right? Yeah, I have a little in that, like, where it's just my face. None. This isn't hard. Why can't you act right? I don't know why this thing can't act right. There we go. Oops, I didn't. Okay, other errors that we have, right? Use it finds ill waters higher than ground elevation. Wow. Conduit input is lower than the bottom of the structure. Them uncover constraints, velocity constraints, error pipe. Basically, a lot of what this is saying is that under pressure, and the surface that was used, the topographic surface that was used wasn't necessarily being read correctly, but that's not important. Important is the pipes, the direction that the pipes are pointing, the angle that the pipes are at, the tailwater, and the flows. Oh. Yeah, one or more elements is flooding during pipe stuff. And operating under pressure. And all of that is okay. Because really, my job is just to make the thing and put it on the paper right now. So that Big Boss can look at it and make decisions. Because I can't make decisions. Oh, I'm making changes for this project. Cha. That. Okay, so that's those 3 pipes done, and then I have a 4th one. That is an existing pipe that is basically taking flows from the road and passing it all the way through the redwood. You are out and underneath the property, and it shouldn't have any other inflows than the river. It's capturing stuff that's basically running off the highway frontage. We're just passing it through our property to be dealt with at a different location. Well, this isn't a highway. It's just that it's a bigger road, but it's crossing over to some other property. So I have my one inflow, which is correct. And yeah, I have that stuff correct. I need to use S. I need to save this. Spaghetti burp. Oh, it tastes really good though. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Here, we're gonna name that public store SSL A. Because this is public storm sewer line A. We number with letters here. That's too important. And then the branches are like A1, A2, A3. Okay. For this one, what material? This pipe in this concrete. Majority of storm sewer pipes are concrete. And I need to go here. Oh, and these are conduits. Okay, my Manning's in, but concrete at 0.013. That we will use. And that's nice because I can do one of it. And then the rest of this has to be done manual, which is less fun. And then it thinks the rim elevation of everything is at 0. Okay. Oh, it won't let me enter the actual numbers. We walked right through the door. We walked right through the door. Hey, alright. Back in flight, yeah, it's you mine. What is it? Janie's addiction? Caught stealing? Was the like that on the way home? Great song. We'll change all of this elevation to 562. Run. One or more velvet stairs were found. There is metal gutter leaving this catch basin. Bypassed flow is direct to set the outflow, and the location is on grade. So the inlet should be greater than 0. Well, why isn't it? Is it mad because this is a... Is this a flat pipe? No, it's full. What about this one? It's dropping too. So what are you mad about here? Oh, these are supposed to be in sag. Let's... Thank you for helping me pay attention to that. Yes, these are in sag inlets. Cool. Oh, we have some floats. And to enter in head loss coefficients for all the heads. Oh. And try to pop my ankle, which it won't. But by golly, I'll try. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I'm back. Hi. Let's see here. Okay. Our bands, our standard head loss coefficient 1.5. And our T's and Y's are got to have a head loss of 0.5. You could get more detailed with it, but we'd not be too at this moment. Come on. This is hard. There we go. I figured out if I just wave my hand in front, get rid of it. Fixes the it fixes the model. Alright, that's all these covered. And there's our line. Here's our next bin. And that one. That one. The manager was like, "Thank you so much for working on this. You have a DoorDash gift card in your future." And I was like, "Thanks, but I don't use DoorDash." Amazon would be cool though. Because I do have some Amazon things. Some Christmas shopping coming up. Is everybody getting started on the Christmas shopping? I've got some ideas laid out. I'm really excited for what I'm getting for so he's gonna get a loop that he can use outdoors. One of those hand loops that you can just carry with you. For people who don't know what that is, it's a glass. What? Junction box. There's no flows. This should be identified as a... What are we calling this? A junction box? I bet this. Where's everything in junction box? What happened to my... Oh, there's my head loss. Yeah, okay. It started disappearing on me for some reason. There we go. It's a magnifying glass, and this one's got a light. What you do is you can use it to look at really small objects up close, and it's durable enough that they can feel. Because he works in the field and walks around a lot of the property doing environmental stuff, and he finds a lot of cool things. He finds old rocks, gemstones, and fossils and come up. I think that would be a neat thing for him to be able to like look at it. The stuff that he finds, really up close and see what he's actually got. He finds a lot of skulls too, which is always entertaining. Okay, things that have adverse float. We can go ahead and swap them. Picking up the pace on our work a little. Good job, guys. I feel mildly productive. Plus, this will look good on Christmas baskets. Now, this should be pulling. Let me look at... This is offset too. This should start for offset too. That should start from CV1. This should be going from 32. This should be going from 30. Some of them are backwards, but they're not all the same. Backwards, but pay attention. Yes, it should be from 30. This one should be from 2. No. That should be from CB1. That's from 32. I have duplicate pipes laid on top of each other. Kind of what it looked like. No, I don't. Stuff's under load. And let me and I profile here. So we'll from the outfall to furthest catch basin. And open engineering profile. Finishes just a little bit. Everything's got the correct slope. And we've got quite a few drop manholes on this one. Where they fall from higher than, I think, 2 feet. 2-foot drop is the minimum before you have to have an actual drop manhole. And the drop manhole keeps stuff. It helps that when the thing falls, it's got a little... It has a thing in the middle of the manhole that, when the water is falling, it falls more straight down instead of splashing it where it wraps around the pole a little. That's interesting. I've never seen one in person. Okay, that's done. This is done. Okay. Now I need to go to wipe my file sheets. And try not to distract myself too much. As I actively scroll Reddit. Now, I'm totally being focused, guys. Meme that I confused about. Anime girl. Wall Street bats. Car crashes. All kinds of good stuff on Reddit. Now I'm chewing my nail off. I need to stop doing it. Okay. So, next things that I need to do are, I have to go back to CAD. I need to open the actual profiles. Oh, that's the waterline profile. I'm with the storyline profile. But I wasn't paying attention. Oh. I watched some good YouTube videos, you know, as one does in trying to study to become a successful channel. Excuse me. I stopped saying what I was talking about before. What did I look at? I looked at. Well, I just looked at it. Oh yeah, Squeegee. She had a video about better VTuber names. I mean, I picked a pretty good one. I like Not So Fun. Semi-inspired by a friend of mine, Brett. Oh. My volume is backwards. Huh. Oh. This is the water line. I literally... that did not... I like my name though. Mount Sofa is fun because I'm an inventor and I like, you know, I want to go climb mountains one day and things like that. And what's the hardest mountain in the world for anyone to climb? Well, it's your sofa. That's like the most impossible task. Getting off of the sofa. Why I know that impossible therefore not sofa. Oh man. She had some good suggestions. There's basically like 3 friends of names. There's one word names, there's gamer tag names, and there's like full name, you know, first name, last name names, and talk about how they are how to kind of be careful of picking names that are overused, they're too generic, but you know, if other names are similar to each other, they're like Sakura. There's a million Sakuras already. Get that. So if you're starting a channel, probably don't aim at that right away. Gamer tags and full names are going to be more searchable than awkward names unless it's something that's very unique and not anything else. Like my name is not good from a searchability standpoint because if people type in sofa, what are they gonna get? So it only works if you type it hot sofa for mine, you know. That doesn't translate well. But I like the name, and I think it's, I know the uniqueness of it is going to I think it represents and everybody, because it's like it's hard to get off the stove, but it's on brand for what we go outdoors and we go on adventures. Think of it, and sometimes we go on adventures indoors, but the goal is to do outdoor adventures. And so that was helpful. And then I was just kind of on my roll of looking up, you know, how to VTubers, how to YouTubers, ways to kind of help, ways to get out, things new, people, you know, wish they knew, stuff like that. I definitely have gone the cheap route on every attempt that I've made, but I've gone the cheap route on this too. It's, you know, I already had my computer built just because I like doing that anyway. And I hope my computer didn't freeze. I don't, you know, I stream from my home desktop when I work. When I work remote, I'm just using an old laptop that I remote into my, you know, work desktop. They're not connected, so that's why my old computer might run slow and at work for work. But yeah, I already had my computer built. It's a budget computer, but it's not a cheap computer. I saved up a pretty good amount of money to do it. It was a process too, because I tried to build a computer back during the great, graphics card shortage of the early late 20s of 2020 and like 2021. And yeah, back when the 30 series was just totally sold out, and then the 20 series was totally sold out, and everything was getting heavily scalped, and you just couldn't buy graphics cards anywhere. So what I had to do, because I was waiting so long, where I only needed a graphics card to finish this computer, is that I thought, where did there? I bought a pre-built and took the graphics card out of it. I took out a 1660 Super out of a pre-built, and I gave my friend the rest of the pre-built. Told him, "You go buy a graphics card. Here's your computer," which he was all in for. And I put the old graphics card in my computer. And then I used that, I don't know, for another couple of years until shortage went away. I wanted 3060 Ti because it was really good at writing Blender. Because as part of my previous statement of YouTube channels I've done, a lot of my older stuff was run through Blender, and so I wanted a graphic card that could handle Blender really well, and it did. And it did a good job in the and then I still have the other graphics card. I offered it to my friend, but he didn't want. And yeah, I just have an extra graphics card, and I have an extra PC case. Because the first case I bought was the H510. Not for, yeah, whatever, NZXT H510. And I live in Texas, and it gets really hot in the summers, and H510 does not have great airflow, and that was a bit of a, I was jumping on a deal more I'd really done enough pre-birds, and I got to put money into a case that had really good airflow on bed. And so I have the Lian Li Cooler Master, I think it's called. I don't remember. It's a Lian. It's whatever's the Lian Li case. That's a big old and a lot of airflow. I don't have to worry about my computer overheating. It is very dusty, though. I should dust it. Kind of. But it's like buried behind my many other consoles and stuff, and so I don't. It's very inconvenient to get to. I dust it out, pull it all out, and take it outside, pull it off, and I can't reach everything. And it's a very cumbersome thing to like get to and disconnect and reconnect. I also have a broken hard drive that I need. It's like a semi-broken hard drive. It worked, but it was preventing my computer from booting. So I disconnected it, and then I reconnected it to start pulling the data off of it, as it was my backup drive. And I only got about halfway, because it's like a 14 terabyte drive. I had, like, I don't know. But no, it's a 16 terabyte drive. I think I had 12 terabytes of stuff saved, like, on there and as part of the backup of my computer and my laptop. And, and I could only get like a 10 terabyte drive on short notice. So the 10 most important things have been moved, but I need to move over like the other two slightly less important things. But it wouldn't be a sin to lose. And the reason why it's breaking is because I actually dropped it. First got it. I didn't drop it the whole way, but I partially dropped it. And it bent the power pins have started failing over time. And that's why it was throwing errors. So I need to get another hard drive to finish the backup. But yeah, my VTuber is my model, it's free, and my background music is free. And then, you know, find some free JPEGs that are on the background. It's free to create a YouTube channel, and so I'm running on all the free software. Yeah, OBS, use DaVinci Resolve to edit videos. GIMP to edit pictures, although I have no idea how to edit pictures. So I AI'd my thumbnails. The rest are just, face, not really doing anything. But yeah, so I did not fall into the trap of starting at expensive VTuber-wise. Instead, I spent my money on camping gear. But it's nice camping. Can't complain. I didn't buy all camping gear. Some of it was some heat and downs from parents who are wonderful, and I super appreciate that. And I can close this. I can close this. I do not want to save it as being on my wait. Oh my goodness. Where did it start? A engineering profile. Is it? Is it really high on here too? Is it blowing off the roof? Yeah. We have an A1? What's my A1? Is this fine? Are we not? We're alone though. Where's my A1? Am I gonna find this? Because that is relevant to... Unless it's the other... Oh, are they calling the branched? That's right. Okay, they're calling the SPA1 a lower branch. Say the upper branch is A. Because it runs a double barrel. Runs in a double barrel for a bit. That's what got to pop A and A1. Which means I just need to make her slight about drawing, and it actually needs to get there, like. So edit. Select from drawing. And it should end on this branch. And add this. Okay. And open the profile. Yes, same kind of deal. That's good. Okay. We'll keep dope there. Oh, by golly. Everybody just calm down. Let's add. What? I need to add annotations. So a new annotation. I need a flow. No. Wow, my floor is. One flow. Apply. Yes. Cool. And one velocity. And one depth. Normal depth. Oh man. And there I am. Hi, Freeds. Oh my goodness. I'm so. Stuff wears me out. Alright, I need to export this as a DXF. I guess create a new folder. Call it 100-year exports of today, which is the 10th. And this is line A. Save. DXF created. Good. Us is good. Klaus Heisler. It's like from drawing, start, end, Hefeweizen with sauerkraut. Don't be a sauerkraut. Yep. Normally, well, not normally, have to do. You have to show all of these calculations because public line, I mean, it's within the right of way. If it was on private land, then you wouldn't have to show all this. Oh, we at least have to make sure the. Well, you have to make sure both lines are. Yeah, the public lines are exploding. That would be no bueno. Normal depth. When she wants something, it's don't pay for rent. This is line A1. Walk right through the door. Walked right through the yard. And save. And line A is complete. Rackle. Harumph. My eyeballs are tired. My eyes are tired. Open in the narrow, can't you see the tears flow down my cheeks? My eyes are tired. We're open in the narrow, can't you see the tears flow down my cheeks? Open in the narrow, I've been working all day, and I wonder when I get to sleep. One. Hey, that's the Sky is Crying parody by shout out to Stevie Ray Vaughan, greatest RSM. No band is cooler than the 13th floor elevators. Bonus points if you name that reference. Now I'm waiting on my profiles to load. What in the world is this? Need starting fights with cops. Well, that never works. You gotta wonder why people would think that's a good idea. Get that spread. Still doesn't work. Okay, might not be a cop, but he looks like private security. Oh, good lord. The bomb squad is checking the backpack. He bails on it. Some rando just walks up. Dumps the backpack out. There's no bomb in it. They look so disappointed, and then the cops run in and tackle him. That was unnecessary. Some guy walking without any safety gear on a scaffolding around a skyscraper. Nice anime picture. Goofy animal memes. failed pranks, 8 failed pranks, pranks failed fake. Yep. Well, that's enough going for today. Okay. I wish I had some chocolate right now. That would be a good comfort food. Okay. Synchronized lump bum 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 bum. It's so electromagnetic about the activity. I want you to feel this way, fantastic. Yeah, it's synchronicity. I'm on your frequency. A signal in the dream of elastic. Your alpha is universal. I'm praising about you. You're a star. I'm blinded by the light. I'm electrified. Let's get connected, me and you. You're the only one that takes me higher. Oh, you love. Let's get connected. Let's get connected. Let's get connected. Come on, let's get connected. Let's get. Let's. Come on now, let's get connected. Great song. Bad enough. Distance. Yeah! Yeah, it looks like. So I technically need 4 of these. Come on and let's get connected. It's so catchy. That was, dang, what was the name of that show called? The song's called Alpha. The show was like super villain or whatever. I'm gonna Google it. Alpha. Made by Colette, which is one of the Super Crux. That's those crap. That was a Super Crux open. That song's really catchy, and the music, the animated music video or Super Crux is pretty good. I had that and of the gods drop out. That everybody loved. And I didn't watch the show. It looks good, you know. I could say it's on my list. There's a lot of shows that are on my list though. I don't think I'll have time to get involved. Or I do slow. Right now I'm in the process of rewatching the Star Wars, the animated Clone Wars series. And let's make sure as much of this gets joined possible. It worked. And now we're gonna move because we like to move it. Also catchy. And Draw nearest snap. Draw nearest snap. Piano. No. Object. And I hate that these things render really obnoxious. Yeah. And where's 850? 852. Which means that should be 850. Regen. And oh yeah, it's higher than what we had before. Since we changed it. Well, that will be something to touch. Let's give them something to talk. They know a little something to eat. Up. You. Let's give them something to talk about. How about now? Not loud, way down low. A little bit straight and up. Why people know what's going on. Catchy. Uh-huh. And now... let's see if I can do this. I basically need 10... I don't know. If the cutoff point is as direct as I get here, this should just work. If they're ending at 850, then they start. Okay, so I need to start this at the intersection at 850. Yes. Okay, no. And 850 is right there. Cool. That's a screenshot button. That's not what I need. And this is the whole line. That's actually a decently different old one. The old line looked a little offset too. And this ends at 1550. And so we can do this. And copy this line over with its new base point. And go find rep of 1550. Is on the pipe. Burp. Here we go. Moving along. Da-da-da-da-da. But I'm missing my tail. Why? Where did it go? Why does it end right there? Oh. Read my line a little backwards. Okay. If that's the case, then we can just take this and spend it a little. That'll work. And like this line. And we delete delete that life. And now I have to move my line leader. Wait, okay, go back. I messed something up. Okay. This line is my line. This line is fake line. This line is a fake one. There we go. This line is also a fake one. This is my line. This line needs to be extended. Okay. Figured it out. I'm so smart, you guys. My highly intelligent, highly educated Austrians. Literally just watching me raises your IQ by 10 points. No cap. So, how about them apples? Ah, okay. Sitting normally. And we can trim these lines now. It's not gonna be that easy, because why would it be? My back is tired. I think I mentioned before that I sit on out of my is not the most comfortable for long periods of time. Which is a bit unfortunate. But it is what it is. There we go. Man, it sucks. You have to do all this twice. Because it's one for the 50 year and one for the 100 year. And this is one line. I have 4 more of these that I have to finish. I have 4 total. I have 3 more. I have 8 total. Technically, I haven't even finished one. I finished a part of one. This is gonna take forever. This is a lot of work. Okay. Nothing changes until here. And then it still hasn't changed until here. And then here. And then here. And here. And here. And now these data points get moved around to here. Why do we repeat it so many times with these forms? Oh my. They not 10 in 05. Something. When is that? When does that change? The first time it goes up to 97.9. Should be here. .79 should be here. Oh. This is mind numbing. I don't want to turn all these numbers. Okay, the lame thing is data entry. I can at least finish these. I don't know. I'm losing focus. 10. Okay. And then I go to bed. Hang on. Get up early and work on these. If I go to bed now, when do I need to get up? That could work. Okay, I'm going to bed now. I'll see you guys